Hi everybody, welcome back to WEGS Garage. Old guy here, engineer there. While Mark does some wiring on our Triumph TR4, I'm going to attempt to make a glove box for our Triumph. A new glove box from one of the manufacturers is about 80-90 bucks, but being an old tin knocker, we're going to give this a shot. Don't know if it'll work, but we're going to give it a shot making one out of galvanized steel and then painting it black. So here we go.
And I'm gonna give him the camera. So look out, world.
Oh boy. Well, here we are with one big hole in the dashboard where the glove box goes. And looking at some of the drawings on the part, this glove box, there's a flange here that goes all the way around that the glove box actually screws into. But the trick is that glove box goes back horizontally, down, and then back. And then inside, with my great television lighting here, it's got a slope forward to the front of the glove box. And to cut to the chase, I think what I'm going to try and do is make the two sides first. And then once that's done, make a wrap that goes across the bottom, the back, and across the top. But the key is getting the measurements. So here we go with the tape measure.
Got there, Paul.
Well, that's one of the sides. This would be the front of the glove box, the bottom, the back, the top. And I left a 1-inch 90-degree bend, figuring then you can do a sheet metal wrap that goes here, back, up, and back, and then either spot weld it onto this or pop rivet it. But these might be a little excessive, but that's all right. They can always be trimmed. The trick now is, does it fit? It's going to work. The key is this angle because here's the defrost boot, but it does clear it. I can stick my fingers back there. I think we're good. This one's actually in the car. It's like that. Oh, make another one. Put it together, see what it does. Why am I doing this? You're an engineer. You guys know math.
We don't want to do it in our free time.
Yeah, I guess. I think it's going to work. It's fitting together pretty good, just holding it by hand. But I think to really tell, I gotta start getting rivets in it. Well, rivets are spot weld, but we don't have a spot welder here in our shop, so I use rivets. And keep the rivet head on this side, because who cares if the stubs show out on the other side, it's inside the dash. But I think once I get this riveted up, it's gonna fit pretty good because that's just holding it by hand and it looks pretty good. You start getting rivets in it to tighten it up, and I think we're in good shape. I don't know. Let's go over and take a look at it. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, without a doubt, it's gotta come in from below. I think it's gonna work. It might be a little too tight down here, but we can adjust that. Because it doesn't want to quite sit down onto this. The top Top actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I think we're going to be all right. I think if we shave about 1/8 of an inch off each end, put that thing together, pull that support strut out temporarily, I think we can get it in. One thing about WEGS Garage we learned by doing, and I made a boo-boo with this. I'll get to that in a minute. First of all, if you look inside the glove box, I'm using these flathead rivets. And I've got the rivets on this side done, with the heads inside the glove box, the tail sticking out. Doesn't matter, it's inside the dash, nobody cares. The problem I inadvertently did myself in with is that when I drilled these holes, I forgot, you've got to leave enough room for your rivet gun to get in there. So you can see that a lot of these, I can't get the rivet gun in the hole with the rivet and get a straight push on it. So what I have to do is re-drill the holes further inbound to accommodate the rivet gun. So if you decide to tackle this, don't do what I did. I ran along the edge, but I just didn't go out far enough. Not a huge deal. I'll re-drill the holes, put the rivets in, because when this is done, I plan on taking that spray adhesive and felt and lining the hole inside of the box, so my boo-boo holes will get covered up. So fix my screw up and away we go. Well, the glove box is complete. We got the rivets all in. She's all ready to go. The next thing that we have to do is position this inside the car. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes that have to line up on the dashboard frame for this thing to be mounted. We'll do that real quick. And I think to do the inside, rather than just having this raw sheet metal, we're going to try something. Mark had leftover jute left over from his carpet installation in the car when we did that. I think what we're going to do is we'll take this jute and we'll use that spray adhesive like we used on the interior and line the inside of the box with the jute and get that fastened down, and then take black felt like this scrap piece and put it inside. One thing, I think the best way to do this would be to first of all cut the ends, get the felt without jute glued to the sides, and then once you get that done, cut the jute to fit on the bottom, the back, and the top, and then cut the felt to go on top of the jute. So when you get the jute and the felt all together, you'll put this in as one piece, beginning on the forward end, and then work your way back and up and out of the glove box. We're going to give that a try. Let's see what happens. And here we have the finished glove box. We've got the jute installed on the bottom, the back, and the top. And as you saw in the video, I sprayed adhesive the felt to the jute and then put the whole works in at once. And I don't know of a better way to do it, because getting these ends in first, your jute, that little bit of pad and that felt covers up any seam all along the glove box. The other thing I did, just to make sure, and this is purely a cosmetic thing, I left excess felt hanging over the edges of this, because when we get this in the hole for the Triumph, it'll be against the wood dash, and instead of having a raw metal edge all the way around, you've got this nice felt padded edge all the way around. I think it'll look better. So the next step now is to mount it in the car. Well, the glove box is installed. It looks pretty good. I don't know. It's nice and black inside and padded and such. The 6 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're in. So, I don't know. Good place for the registration and the proof of insurance and I guess your gloves. But it fit pretty good. If I had to do it all over again, I don't think I would have changed much. The toughest part of all this is having a 64-year-old guy crawl in this thing and trying to get these screws in a little car. But, well, next time I'll have somebody else do it.
No, it's just you here.
Yeah. No, we need a latch.
True.
Well, that pretty much completes the padded glove box. If you want to try and build one of these on your own, get a hold of Mark. I've got a measured drawing that will neaten up for you and send you a copy of it with all the dimensions as to how this went in. The biggest dimension to be careful of is from the forward part of the glove box to the back of it, because there is a defroster boot right behind here, and you don't want to make it too long or it won't fit. But we're good to go. This thing fits, it looks good. We'll run with it. So thanks for watching WEGS Garage. See what we're up to next week. Do the Brits call a glove box anything special?
I don't know. You can ask the viewers.
We always call it a cubby hole. Well, anyway. Oh, hi.